Falcons from Bouchard. Backdoor one-timer scored. Tamajic.
Goal number 400 for Leon Draisaitl. Uses his big size, little no-looker backhand pass. Backdoor to Leon Draisaitl for the tap-in.
Aaron Jones able to handle it. Hanks it forward for Malkin. Outlet pass. Springs Brazeau. He's got a step. Backhander. Scores!
What a pickup off the wall. Look at this. In stride, dragging his foot. Hockey IQ, hit with speed, and then the big man with that poise.
Matt Duchene spins. Bennett to Seguin, who scores. Matt Duchene just exposed them to magic. I'll put on the binders and let him fly by. Seguin, he knows, is traipsing to the far pipe.
Kyle Connor gives it up. Now Kempe chips it into the zone. Kuzmenko, what a pass. Kopitar, Kempe, he scores! What passing there? That play was lit.
I don't know which pass was better, Kuzmenko to Kopitar or Kopitar to Kempe. It's just one of those things where everyone gets involved. These three guys are connected.
Tries to find McKinnon. Got it back on the stick in the slot. Backhand jump. He scores! Nathan McKinnon.
Watch the circus wizardry by Nathan McKinnon here. How he knocks this down with his backhand in motion, kind of kicks it to the front side and then backhands it in on a wide open net. That is pure magician wizardry by Nathan McKinnon.
Here's Couturier waiting. Bennett runs him over as he went a long way to get to him. Zegras then crushed into by Bennett. Got it in front of Couturier. He scores!
I don't know how he doesn't get killed behind the net. He's able to escape both and then make a play through a seam to the weak side to Couturier. I mean, just to avoid contact is amazing. And then to make a play on your backhand.
Has the other. Has to follow right between the wicket. Sherwood looking to break. Deep for Sherwood will break. Short-handed in the clear. And he scores!
How about Sherwood? Been the best player for the Canucks. And short-handed in all alone. And he gets Binnington to bite and slides it home on the forehand.
That is a bad case of dangleitis there, boys.
Suzuki wins it. Hudson off the draw, curls around. Lane Hudson cutting in, dropping off. Caulfield shoots, score! Cole Caulfield exits your screen to the right, creating some chaos for the Seattle Kraken. Montreal does exactly that. The punchline, Cole Caulfield headed downhill, puts this right past Joey Daccord on the sharp angle.
Gets away from Henderson, gives it away. Garland to the backhand, scores! What a move! A steal and a goal in the backhand.
This is going to be a blind giveaway that Garland puts his stick down, grabs it, holds on, and then to the backhand.
Strome with Beauvillier and Ovechkin out there right off the draw.
Score! 898! The Capitals so good at creation of offense off draws. There is Strome directly to Ovi.
Up the wall, grabbed by Impaccio. Hoping for Lee, it got through him. Spence, Lee gets it in front, delay, scores!
And how about that trickery from Anders Lee, as we often see from in close. Usually it's into an open cage, but how about this?
Now Marner cutting towards the net, backhand, score! Great patience by Mitch Marner.
This is ridiculous. Talked about the skill of Mitch Marner. Well, it's on display here. Drags it to the backhand and gets enough to elevate it over the pads of Wolf.
McAvoy, Brister, deflected, fired, Pasternak, they score!
The touch pass on the redirect by Zaga that finds Pasternak. And that puck has eyes, as it does with all goal scorers in the NHL.
Mitch Marner starts it out. He'll flip it inside the zone. Dorofia has a step. Pavel Kakanani scores!
Little saucer pass, Mitch Marner, and then, oh my goodness, look at him drop the shoulder and then have the chutzpah to go practice breakaway kind of style to make it 2-0.
Macias has it. Here he comes now. Shot, score! Oh my God, what a shot!
And I mean, there's no room there. It's like the room of just the puck itself. And it goes right between the mask and the shoulder.
For the Islanders. Lifted ahead by the goal scorer, Cizikas. Dickinson sending it back in. Here's Graf. He's got Misa. And Gaudette scores!
Dickinson, good elevation, keeps that play onside. Graf gets the puck first, near side pass as he feels the pressure, not from one guy, but two guys. So two guys for them behind the net means there's going to be some openings in front.
Trailed by Demidov, who has it now. Demidov in some room, hesitates, Matheson scores!
Well, that's his high skill taking over. Demidov, all sorts of patience. He spots Matheson coming in from the point, and a perfectly placed pass.
Banks that back for Jensen with a shot that pinballs on a couple legs. Backhand pass in front, they score! Lars Eller with the great feed. Lexell the finish, and Ottawa grabs the lead. What a pass!
Puck's the point, down to the front of the net, and Lars Eller.
Sherry out in front. Score! Push it in. Ties the game at 3.
What a great play by Connor Sherry. Right, head up, little juke. A Bobby Orr like fly through the air by Parssinen.
The Islanders are happy to see it. Got a 6-1 lead because of it as Anders Lee dances in. Rebound, score! Cleaned up by Simon Holmstrom.
I'm going to call that a beautiful pass and a beautiful setup by the captain. Showed off his hands and his smarts on that one.
These guys are becoming a top line themselves.
Cooley to the front again, and he scores! Oh, what a beauty! Logan Cooley to the front! What a move there by Logan Cooley. He takes it on the forehand and just slides it right through his legs.
Good job recovering the puck for the Ducks. Graham on one-time shot pass comes through the slot. Terry dangles once, then passes, and Granlund scores!
What a pretty play.
Wow, Troy Terry danced two different defenders.
And he slides it over and bang into the back of the net.
Dobson, near point, slings it across, backdoor, Cole Caulfield! Oh, what a goal! Caulfield, magic!
And then Cole Caulfield with the magic hands, he completely takes Calvin Pickard. He says, try to stop this one.
Good ozone puck possession here. Marino tries to send right to the net, and it's gobbled up by the glove of Philip. No, it goes in.
That's in.
Sorry, it is.
He batted
I thought
it.
he had the glove.
Logan Cooley batted this out of the air.
And the puck is sent to center. Besser, nice angle pass to Sherwood, who's in over the line. Keeper Sherwood, nice move, he's in, he scores!
He's not going to score many better than this. Sherwood toe drags. Whoop. And what a beauty by Kiefer Sherwood.
Gustafsson heads to the bench. Kaprizov scores! Looked like it was tipped out front.
And then through a screen, Kaprizov just throws it. Eriksson Ek. Oh, this one's going wide. What a beautiful tip this is.
Hawks with control. Chance to bring it out. Connor Bedard skates the puck in. Bedard with a shot. He scores! Connor Bedard! Coast to coast puts it in. Second of the night.
You see Bedard gets it from his own hash mark, and he dances up the ice coast to coast like butter on toast right there, and somehow in a 1-on-5 is able to bring it back, and he fires it through Zub's legs, and he figured that out quickly by toe dragging the puck and says, thanks for coming, everybody.
When you get a perfect pass like that, it's good for him to finish it.
Svechnikov around Schaefer, and he scores! What a move by Svechnikov.
Watch him drop that left leg, which allows him to get inside Schaefer, pushes it off with that left arm, and just roofs it. Beautiful finish by Svechnikov.
Dropped off to Lechinov. Back to Connor Bedard. Takes a look, wrists it down. Oh, in front, they score. What a goal!
Oh my goodness.
Burakovsky between the legs, and the Hawks are within 2. Holy cow!
That would be a holy jumping if Fanger was here. I've never seen it executed this fast in the perfect moment. To his forehead, through his leg, in the top shelf of the net. Oh my gosh, we have a play of the month there as Burakovsky goes through his.
But not now. Knight gets back in. Shifley, Connor, still within in the backhand. Connor roofs it. He scores! Magic from Connor.
This is absolutely precise. Unbelievable patience on the backhand. There is no room for error, and that is a beautiful release.
Stay out of the box if you can. The Sabres would like him back in there. Here's a shot in front, and Doan scores! He bats it in as he drives the middle of the ice, right on top of Korpisalo, and the Sabres are back within 1.
Boom, pops straight up in the air. Doan knocks it down with his glove and then picks it out of the air. It looks like it's about a foot off the ice, and he knocks it into the back of the net and gets himself
within one here.
Goldie gains the line. Eriksson Ek to Tarasenko. He scores!
Eriksson Ek, it's a beautiful tip play to himself, up and backwards, over to Tarasenko. That's a no-look play from Ek. Just watch the hands on Ek. Flips it to himself, over to the area of Tarasenko. Then he brings it to the 5-hole. Demko sliding daylight under the left leg.
Caulfield down for Ivan Demidov. Back to Caulfield. In low, Suzuki scores! Slavkovsky side of the net, power play goal.
This is what this good, young, talented Montreal power play is capable of doing. They know where everybody is. A no-look behind the back pass from the captain. A real beautiful power play goal. And the Montreal Canadiens have opened up a 2-0 lead.
Louis, do you expect a different Stars club tonight? Here's Roslovic, one-timer score. We'll get to that.
This is just a strong play on Harley here by Roslovic. One-handed is able to eventually put this puck over and drive it right through. That's a one-handed pass over to Podkolzin. We'll be here for a long time, Rantanen, but one-time team.
One-timer score. Draisaitl set up by Roslovic.
That was a one-timer by Draisaitl from the line. Man, he was really in the corner here. Goes down to half wall. Tick-tack, one-timer.
Lost it there to Ovechkin. Quick relay comes to the point. Chychrun fires, just missed. Ovechkin turns, he scores! The Great Eight is the one and only at 900.
He's not known for his backhand, but he had the wherewithal to spin and chip the puck past the leg of Bennington into the net.
Talk about the well-rounded game of Seth Jarvis. Now Jackson Blake pulling away from Kaprizov. He's got Hall with him. Blake with the jump. He scores! Oh, what a one-man show from Jackson Blake.
The speed through the neutral zone. Cutting to the middle, then to make the shot available, get the goaltender leaning one way, firing it the other way.
Do they ever? They win the draw. Robertson on the left wing. Tipped in front. Score! Instead of the deflection on net. What a deft touch by Wyatt Johnston. You can see Mikko Rantanen's like, wow, kid, what a pass.
A turnover by Pulock. Kaprizov back to Zuccarello to Kaprizov. He scores! What a play!
Watch this, between the legs, behind the back. Zuccarello wastes zero time with that puck on his stick.
Cross check by Bedard. He's got a breakaway. Bedard scores! What a goal by Connor Bedard!
This is a move that you read about. The goaltender spinning and he tucks it into the open net. These are some really slick mitts.
Newhook up the ice with it. Newhook from scores! What a highlight reel goal! Alex Newhook.
As soon as he leans over, Newhook's got him. He comes right through his legs, inside, and there's no way Peterka's going to get him there.
Leo stays with it, keeping it in the zone. Terry to Leo. He'll cut in, go backhand, and score! Oh, how good was that?
Leo Carlson says, what's this? What hands?
Doughty as a man ahead. He finds Fiala. He comes in with a move and on goal. Shot, and he scores! What a play! Unbelievable goal by Fiala.
The move, the presence of mind to just hold. Goaltender goes down. The footwork, the edge work, the hands.
Hronek towards the goal. Off Kane's glove. Jammed in. Linus Karlsson.
Watch the hands on Karlsson. The puck goes below the goal line through his own feet and jams it up into the top of the net.
It definitely caught the Edmonton goaltender high. We'll see it comes out to center. On a crisscross. Connor McDavid will dust it off. A pirouette, a shot. He scores! What a goal! Connor McDavid brings the house down. This is spectacular. He gets his puck at the end of the shift. He slows things down, and then what does he do? A little inside-outside spin around the backhand top shelf. Around by Bouchard. The Oilers get onside. Here comes McDavid. Shifting gears to the house. He scores! He's waiting to see where that puck is going to end up, and as they get possession, here he goes, and there's nothing there, but all of a sudden, daylight and a goal.
Ryan Warsofsky said to us this morning that Celebrini is a lot stronger than last year. Said he's got a more step. Celebrini across, score!
Celebrini again with another great entry. This time he kicks it out. San Jose is going to tic-tac through the Wild's penalty kill neutral zone forecheck.
Connor has it. Looking slot. Velarde with a backhander. He scores. What a shot.
Oh, baby. This is fancy. Look at this. I mean, no look. Backhand scoop.
Lifted out by Foligno. Here come the Blackhawks. Lafferty to the outside. Oh, goal! Sam Lafferty! As good as it gets.
Lafferty coming in. What a toe drag.
Protecting it. Drops it off for Theodore. Cuts to the inside. Theodore still has it. Down low, a chance. And Sorokin, did he make the save? A 10. What a goal for Shea Theodore. He danced through everybody and tucked it in.
Theodore just dancing in and patience.
And a race for the puck. Larkin, he escapes. Larkin's in. He's got Raymond with him. Raymond back to Larkin. Scores!
Talk about a board battle won by Larkin. Right here. Oh boy, oh boy. He got position. To Raymond, back to Larkin. Oh, it barely hit the back of the net. Same as we saw in that last replay, and now it is Thompson. He's got some room. Thompson tries to get underneath, scores! Oh, what a piece of magic from Tage Thompson as he takes it on his own shoulders.
Tage has got way too much momentum, way too much strength, and just kind of pushes to break it off.
Was close again to too many men, even on that change. Here's a chance for Thompson, trying to whip it to the net. Fights off a check. Thompson drops it back in the slot. Sanderson scores!
What a power move by Tage Thompson. Not to be denied. If he doesn't knock him over, it's a battle. They stay a battle and probably not going to come up with that puck. Tage knocks him to the ice.
Chipping in, trying to get onto it. Nice pass back. Teravainen right in. Scores! What a goal! Teuvo Teravainen!
He goes to the backhand. I thought he was going to carry it. No, he decides to take it to the forehand quickly and chip this one over the blocker.
Rink wide feed for Raymond. Lucas Raymond in. Little stutter step there. Raymond driving around the goal. Raymond still with it. Raymond's got the opening. He scores! What a beautiful goal!
The reaction of Lucas Raymond, by the time everything's settled down, he knows the puck's in the net. He knows they got the lead. Larkin wants to pass. He delays everything.
He'll play this out. And Hall's going to take this away from Zadorov. Hall in on Swayman. Hall waits, and he scores! Taylor Hall with the beauty.
He takes a peek, knows that he's got the 2-on-1, and now the oh, what a move.
Tavares holds as Toronto changes. 3 Blues converge on him.
What an effort. Oh, he kept it alive. Kicks it free for Raleigh. Drops it back to Nylander. Pulls it around. Nylander back and shot, scores!
What a job by John Tavares. 1-on-3. Back heels it by stepping on it, and then, oh boy. William Nylander. Magic. This is highlight reel, even by Willie Styles.
Here comes Leonard. Leonard, backhand shot, score!
Ryan Leonard shows off a couple of great skills here. The puck protection, the leaning in, the strength, and then look at his skill level.
Halfway through this game, Hawks looking to build on a 1-0 lead. Also the cross, they score! What a pass from Bertuzzi! He one-hands it across to Teravainen.
Amazing play by Bertuzzi. As he reaches here, not only does he play to the front, he gets a lot on it.
Sider got there, and then a steal by Cizikas. Hands off for Shabunov. He goes right on through and scores! What a play by Max Shabunov.
That's just a tremendous finish off a great play. Shabunov is going in. Look at the move. Inside, out, and then up over the glove.
Jamie Benn brings it ahead, feeds it for Rantanen. Mikko Rantanen twists it, turns it back in. He scores! My goodness! Mikko Rantanen straight to the highlight reel for the rest of the season.
Go do your thing, Moose. This is sharp Old Fort cheese. That is cheddar. What a goal.
Here comes McKinnon. Back in. Drops it off. Natchez trying to get him down on McCarr. Wrap around. Score! And McCarr sells shot. The beautiful wraparound right here. Shesterkin just can't get over. Greenway to the net. Here's a loose puck. Chance in front. Great move. Scores! Jacob Bryson.
Right here, nice move down low. Boom. You're going to deke him out. There's 3 guys right there, and he does a nice job staying with this one coming in underneath.
That puck didn't get out. Here's Raymond with a nice move. Scores! What a move! What a goal! Lucas Raymond, it's 1-1. And that leaves Raymond. He's so creative. And you see that puck, it's almost on a tee from him. But how about that move around Zach Werenski?
Flirting with disaster from Gregor, but it stays on the surface. And here's Podkolzin from Draisaitl. Shoots and scores over the right shoulder of Sergei Bobrovsky.
He just catches Bobrovsky, not ready for this shot. Look how early he was down. There wasn't a lot of space.
Kadri down low. Coronado, draft play, scores!
And Coronado does a smart thing here. He takes it wide. He's got lots of space, takes it wide, and then beats Casey DeSmith 5-hole.
Sabres deep in their own end with 90 seconds left on the clock. Up 2-1. Nice touch pass. Malmstein, he's got some company coming. Oh, what a move! Malmstein scores! Are you kidding me?
Oh, he's got to get a video of that one. That's awesome. And here comes Malmstein. Just even have the guts to make that move right there.
Schaefer takes a look, feeds D'Angelo over Barzal. He's open. Darts to the inside. He tucked it home. Oh, Matt Barzal on bobblehead night.
As this thing gets worked around, great vision by Tony D'Angelo, and a dance from Barzal.
To the slot, picked off. 2-on-1. Here's Steves with Mitten. Mitten, left circle, pulls, drags, centered, they score! How about the pull and drag, and then the finish by Alex Steves.
It is a beauty. They attack Schaefer. Little toe drag. Now he's got nothing but ice.
Brock Besser turns, looking for help. Garland takes the pass. Nice move. Another one, and he scores. Connor Garland, stick handling in a phone booth.
What an unbelievable set of hands by Garland as he toe drags this deep into his feet around Helleson. Now Garland's got to shoot it. No, I'll do this instead.
Left the second period still down by a goal and did not have the push they needed in the third. Here's Howden making a push. Backhand scores! Terrific speed and a terrific finish for Brett Howden.
Marner gets it, and then a great move by Howden going to the backhand. Great coordination by Marner to get that skate to stick.
Dickinson off the puck to allow it to escape the zone. Oh, what a play by Pettersson. Knocks it to himself. He's in. He's hooked. He scores while falling down. Elias Pettersson
knocks this out of the air away from Toffoli. Look at the play here. Out of midair, away from Toffoli. Gets knocked down by Celebrini, and it ends up in the back of the net for a spectacular effort.
Moving a little better his palms.
He's going to strip it away there. Sets up Drouin. Heineman scores! How about that? An assist for Kyle Palmieri as he goes off the ice and down the tunnel.
How about this, a little ginger pickpocket over to Drouin. Heineman back of the net. Islanders are back in the game, and what a sequence. I haven't seen anything quite like that.
And Landeskog's stick shattered. He tried to deflect in front. Here's Demidov dropping it back. Spin around is Slafkovsky. Cutting it across. Score! What a passing play!
And when you have Slafkovsky playing with so much confidence right now, it is really, really impressive. He has been a beast here today.
That whole sequence was all just before check. Oh,
Mercer with the steal. Mercer backhand, forehand, backhand.
What a play indeed by Dawson Mercer. He takes Zegras off the puck. Watch this move to the middle of the ice as the defenseman slides way out of position, but the patience from Dawson Mercer.
Pass saved by Husso, fired up the right leg. Comes back in front. They score! The giveaway, it's Bedard!
What hands! And that turnover, right on the tape. Bedard looks like he's, oh my goodness. Some quick hands right there.
He'll shuffle it over to Sillinger. Sillinger, feed, batted down by Monahan to the net, and he scores! An incredible play! Sean Monahan, what a goal!
Oh, baby, that was a beauty. Here's the good play by Monahan with some magical hands.
Hit the rewind button, take out your camera. And a goal! Sharp angle, Peterka over the shoulder. What a shot from J.J. Peterka.
Picks the puck up off the wall, goes backhand to his forehand, and that's a tape measure missile.
In Salt Lake City. Here's a nice move by Smith. What a dangle. Back to the inside. He scores! What a goal by Will Smith!
1
one guy deep, two guys deep, and then three guys when you count Vitek and Vanacek. What a goal.
Cross ice. Duhaime, who already has a couple of assists, forcing Klingberg away. Now Protas is in. Protas, curl, Duhaime, score!
Pro, what a play to give it to Duhaime. And Duhaime just puts it into the wide open net.
Zooming through center, Ryan Leonard. Leonard with a gorgeous move. He scores! That was special.
That was a dash with a lot of flash. That was a definite dangle, showing off his speed and quickness. Here he comes, gets around 1, 2, and then goes to the backhand.
Tipped it over to Shifley, and the Jets clear at the center. Connor knocks it by Thompson, catches up to it, Matheson cut back, here's Shifley, scores!
And that puck was just in a weird spot. It was like 50-50 in the neutral zone to Connor to get to it, and his speed is dangerous.
Hit the skate of Riley, and Nyes pokes it free. In behind Goss's Bear. Nyes works in, backhand shot, scores! What a goal by Matthew Nyes!
He gets the poke on Goss's Bear, but you think, okay, you know what, he stumbles, and still able to get up, throws off him like he's a U16 player. Get out of here, and then goes backhand and flips it up and in on Freddie Anderson.
This power play will take them to the intermission unless they can score first. Barzal moves around Drury. Barzal dangles, scores!
Watch Matt Barzal at the top as he wiggles up and try to cut the ice in half. Oh my goodness, I mean, it's just a beautiful job that the way he got that thing to his backhand. What a goal.
Rangers now getting tired. It's McKinnon. Peels away from Borgen. Rangers standing around. McKinnon a drive move. Score! That was gorgeous.
What a clinic by Nathan McKinnon when it comes to skating and stick handling. Toe drags across and then backhand shelf under the bar. Perfection.
Lightning exchanging sticks. They go to the net and Ritchie scores!
Watch this from Ritchie. It looks like just a jam at the side of the net, but the ability on him in between his legs banks it off the goaltender.
Forsberg, net front. It's Wood. Through the legs, a beautiful goal. Wow. How about those hands?
Look at Matt Wood. He's just poised. He's just no panic in his game. Through the legs.
And Lafreniere for New York. Howden wins this clean. Theodore banks it out. Set play. Eichel skating into it. Eichel has a step. Look at him win it. And it scores! What a play!
Absolutely outstanding. You knew this play. Nobody's going to catch Eichel. Howden back to Theodore, makes an incredible bank pass. And Eichel just goes straight ahead.
Redirect to Barbashev with Bowman on the move. Bowman trying to cut to the inside, and Barbashev scores on a one-handed backhand swipe.
What a goal by Ivan Barbashev. How about this effort by Barbashev? Little diving, one hand slices at it.
Radich has made several key plays again. Defensively carries it in, takes the shot, hits the crossbar. Reba, no,
I think it's in. It's in.
Wow.
Radich knows it's in. The shooters know.
And how this gets up and over the shoulder of Montembeault from this angle, I have no idea.
It's a space that's barely big enough to fit the puck.
Taves holds it, takes a look, in front, Doan scores! What a pretty play! In front of the net, Josh Doan with a little trickery.
Josh Doan all in one movement. As soon as that puck caught him on the forehand, look at no stop. Just pulls it right back through his legs right there and goes far side.
On the stick of Manson, carries it ahead. Finds Brock Nelson. A drag move down the slot. Nelson shoots and scores! Brock Nelson! What a beautiful little backhand slither.
Look at the little toe drag. Beautiful play by Brock Nelson, game 950. And you said it, slither.
Hudson, Suzuki, Bolduc's in the slot. Caulfield zips it in front, score! The big job! Caulfield!
How about the sneak attack? Cole Caulfield says, you know what? I might have Jari here. Caulfield banks it right in.
The Ducks came from behind to tie the score with 0.1 seconds on the clock, and it was not a clean goal for Beckett Senecas. Holmstrom driving wide on Zellweger, scores!
The long reach Holmstrom goes against the diminutive Zellweger. There's the reach that we're talking about, just jammed and stuffed, and what a finish from Simon Holmstrom.
And it's lifted out by Shea. A chance for Evangelista. He grabs that puck. Great feed. Forsberg! Oh my goodness! What did he just do? Philip Forsberg! A sorcery move!
Pulls it to the forehand, lifts that puck, under the bar. Look at that arm deep move there.
Back up top for Dillon. Hughes fakes a one-timer. Spinorama. Shot. Score! Oh, Luke Hughes!
Spins away from Sabourin up top. Beautiful move, and all in one motion.
That allows Freddie Gaudreau a chance to get it out. A spring pass for Marchment. He's in! Marchment scores!
Marchment goes straight through. He cuts back JT, and once he stops that long reach, he avoids Vermelka, and he's able to elevate that puck. Just a beautiful goal there by Marchment.
Nick was pass for Nick Robertson, broken up, but look at the speed. McDavid in! Connor McDavid, a beauty!
And you talk about a man on a mission there. As soon as he got the puck, took his skating to another level, and that's a tough one there for Hildeby. When you've got that kind of speed coming in, such a difficult read to match for the goaltender.
Panthers have the chance with Lundell. Drags it to the net. And Ottinger couldn't get it. Lundell scores.
Never gave up on it. Look at a little move, and then he just waited out as Ottinger got pulled out of his net. Oh, what a beauty of a goal.
Could have been a 2-on-1 if they connected cleanly. Celebrini's back on. What a play by Klingberg. Over to Celebrini. They score! One of the most amazing comebacks in franchise history.
What a beautiful play, beautiful pass, gets it back, boom.
Faber hits the Boston line. Faber drives in, centers, and they score!
What a pass over to Armand. Make no mistake to beat Swayman on the blocker side, but it's all started by Faber. His skating, his heads-up play. Eyes up on Swayman the whole way.
The reach by Edmondson, taking Rantanen, galloping ahead, working to the inside. He scores! One more highlight reel tally. And then Rantanen peeks over his shoulder, examines what he has to navigate, and like a guy just opening the fridge and drinking straight from the carton, he just chugs this thing straight through Forsberg.
And Zach Hyman now has 6 goals in his last 4 games. Oh, here's McDavid breaking through the defense. Backhander score! Electric! Connor McDavid! Unfathomable!
Dishes it off to him. You put it in place and say take it. Because once he builds a speed, look out. Not too many players can make the jersey flap like that in the back. Tarasenko scoops it up for Minnesota. Tarasenko drags to the backhand, centers, Yurov scores!
How about this move from Tarasenko? Cutting to the middle between the legs and then just leaving it soft in space for Yurov.
Now Graff in with Macklin. Spinorama and scores! Wow! What a goal by Macklin Celebrini!
That cut in, the speedy in which he attacks the spin, the shot, just the absolute genius.
Paling back for Lacombe. Tries to turn with it, ends up in the corner, now behind the net. Scores! He banked it in off of Jet Greaves.
He might have been below the goal line here. He's below the goal line. He banks it in. I mean, this is about an 8-inch window, and the shot is perfect.
Kiki plays it off the wall. He has to settle it. Zaka out in front. Pastrnak across Kiki. He scores! Well, they were connected right here. Short little passes, the most effective in the game, especially when you're creating 2-on-1s, and then it opens up the longer distance seam pass from Pastrnak.
We'll call it modern era of number of specialty moments in a hockey game, but here's Rasmus Dahlin, coast to coast, and he finishes it with the most.
And then, as you said, Dan, nice job coming through the neutral zone. Look at that move right there. He puts, then he's one-on-one with Riddick. He just turned Bullock inside out right there. He didn't know what to do. And on the backhand, boom, puts it up far side, top shelf.
That'll be cut off by Vlasic. Played it in front. They score! And that's the first for Nick Lardis in the NHL on the backhand.
A beautiful pass from the left point, Vlasic. And Lardis, with those good mitts, takes it on the forehand and slides it on the backhand.
Kastelik centered, they score!
And Kastelik with a behind-the-back swivel pass to an open Jeannot, ready for it for the one-timer.
comes Luke Evangelista swinging in. Makes a great move. He scores! Oh, my laundry! What a move by Evangelista!
What a goal. Brady Shea up to Evangelista, then he does the rest. Through 4. Leafs, and then make it 5 over the shoulder.
And here's a break. Stepping up. McDonough scores! The Mack truck drives right through.
I think McDonough did it so quickly, he stunned everybody in the neutral zone wearing a white jersey.
Kerfoot for Stenlund and back out high. Across, shot, score! Alexander Kerfoot!
How about one-touch passing? 1, 2, 3, never on the stick, longer than a millisecond. The one-touch pass from Dursey straight to Kerfoot.
Connect the end of the middle, Zegras a shot! And he was off of Demko. High, and then they score!
Dvorak had his eyes on the puck the whole time. He saw that puck coming off the glass, had a stick on it below the crossbar, and the Flyers have busted this thing open.
Pettersson, I should say. Now the Flyers have it. Here's Tippett. Oh, great move. Tippett in on goal! He scores! Turbocharged time!
He goes inside, then back out, and gets the defender all crossed up. And then the finish to go with it. Watch how he gets Demko to move, and then the little chip shot against the grain.
15 seconds left to the Majelli penalty, and then just about a dozen seconds of power play time for the Leafs again. Domi! What a goal! Max! Domi! Coast to coast!
Sometimes you just need something special to happen. Domi just persistent with that puck, puts it to an area so that it can't be chipped away, battles his body. Good puck position, good battle to get it back under control, and then backhand, forehand quickly.
Hudson, long try, hit a body in front. Blais, side of the net, scores! Sammy Blais, from a nearly impossible angle, finds a way up top.
Give Sammy Blais a lot of credit for recognizing the goalie's down. Banks it right off of him. 1-0 Montreal.
Demidov, Dobson cranks the shot, broke a stick. Caulfield in front, scores! Caulfield, A+ hands.
Caulfield just is so brilliant here with the hands, and he just opens up Swayman. And what a brilliant play off the broken stick, but you're ready. And then Caulfield just steps in and just opens up Swayman.
Cross ice, Raymond. Oh, what a pass, and Larkin scores! What a setup by James Van Riemsdyk.
And watch this pass. Wow. How good is that? Right on the tape for Larkin as the Red Wings tie this thing up.
One of the prettiest passes you will see all season.
Looking for Wenberg, possible 2-on-1 if they hurry. Wenberg to the net, and they score!
A really good job by Wenberg holding off the defender. Mario Ferraro goes to the back door. Just a great job by Wenberg here as he holds off the defenseman Helleson and gets it to the back door. All he has to do is put some extra weight on that bottom hand and puts it right in the back of the net.
Here's Brett Kulak, outlet pass, gets to Brazeau, trying to split the defense, and he scores! Brazeau with the beauty!
Clean up on aisle 16. We got a mess. You gotta love that. End of a shift. The long stretch pass, tape to tape from Brett Kulak. But what an effort by Justin Brazeau.
Hudson. Caulfield kicks it into gear. Cole Caulfield with an opening. Caulfield right in. Scores! Caulfield with a magnificent goal.
What a play from Cole Caulfield. Watch number 13. Dance and prance. Turn the corner, a little toe drag, and the outweights Tarasov as he beats him on the glove side. This is ice in your veins. Toe drag release. It's a beauty.
5 seconds. Draisaitl to Hyman. McDavid in the middle. Cuts to his left. To the net. What a move. Backdoor score. Zach Hyman finishes after brilliant balletic work from Connor McDavid.
Just incredible, and it's the outlet. We talked about this. Get the puck up quick to the forwards, let them go to work. The quick edges, the toe drag, stick handle around, another one, McAvoy, and then a backhand pass right onto the tape for Hyman. He's not going to miss this one.
And then their top players out of the lineup. Oh my, what a
goal? Yes, it is.
It is. Troy Terry able to finish it.
Watch the face-off for Granlund. He goes forward, a crafty play. Not only does he go forward uncontested, it's a quick pass to Troy Terry. So crafty play by Mikael Granlund.
Reversing direction. Chatfield staying with him. Chatfield stands him up. Habs come away with the puck. Here's the captain, Landeskog.
Wrap around, try, score! Gabe Landeskog!
Look up power forward in the dictionary. You're going to find Gabe Landeskog, folks. His feet are moving tonight. Best that I've seen. Watch the captain. One hand on his stick. Just powers around. Right to the front of that. Stuffed it far side post and in.
Pajot for Drouin. Schaefer wants it. He gets it. Matthew Schaefer driving wide. Comes to the net. This kid's incredible.
Look at this move. Power move. And again, hangs on. Takes a look. He's got his head up all the way. Good turn. Crossovers. Slides. And then just waits long enough to get it past the extended leg. That is an unbelievable goal.
Oh, here we go, Thomas. Dangles. What a pass. Toropchenko to Thomas. Score! He had that donut on a string. Just look at this move right here. A little dipsy-do. Hi, how are you? And then he puts it right between the legs of Hudson. He moves around one. He passes through the other. Here's the move. Whoop! Puts it through the grip. Whoop! A double. Whoop, whoop. And it goes to Toropchenko. Then he finishes up on the other end. How about that shorty?
Brian Dumoulin, nice pass. Kuzmenko comes in, and he pulls up. Now Kuzmenko spins away to the net, and he scores! Oh my goodness! What a goal by Kuzmenko!
He stopped it up. He wanted other guys to get involved, but watch this. He likes when someone's on his hip. And then his move at the net is all skill. I mean, he wants someone to come and get him, and they can't.
Barzal through traffic. Heavy screen. Good job by Martin. Great work. Solid Holmstrom, the extra effort. The Islanders just buzzing around the Devils' cage. And it's 5-0 New York.
Oh boy, took a hard hit there in the corner, too.
Did from Mikkola coming out in front. Nice. Powers his way. Back in front. What a goal. Austin Matthews from Matthew Knies.
And how about the individual effort? Just Knies simply will not be knocked off that puck. Lifts the stick of Mikkola. Quick little turnaround, and look at the reaction of Matthews. You know who's done all the work. It was Matthew Knies.
Until the goalie's standing right next to me. He says, I think you got to get out of the net now. They scored.
This one deflected in. Nathan Walker and his return to the lineup.
Toropchenko makes the pass across, and Walker's got good hand-eye coordination. Keep your eye on it going off the skate of Walker up, and then, ooh, how high is that? I think that's going to be a good goal.
And a shot by Toffoli wouldn't go. Celebrini keeps it alive. Macklin, what a move there against Fogle. Into the middle. He scores! What a goal by Macklin Celebrini. He has done it again. He has stunned us.
He stuns you with his play. The competitiveness of this guy. What a move here. The cut back inside. That is a dance and a quick shot. Beautiful job.
It'll be 3 straight wins for Sam Montembeault as Valeno up the ice. Final minute, Bell Center, third period, 5-2 Montreal. Valeno dancing around, protects the puck, he shoots, blocker away, rebound, score! Hat-trick goal, Texier!
And how about the dance move by Joe Valeno, and puts this puck to the front of the net. A couple bounces, and Alex Texier takes a swing at it, makes no mistake.
Back the other way. Nicolai, the lone man back. Tavares has it with Cowan. John Tavares works in, feeds it back. Cowan shoots, scores! Easton Cowan ends it in spectacular fashion.
John Tavares behind the back, and quick release from Easton Cowan. Slick feet from John Tavares as well.
Slashed it free for Nugent Hopkins. Denied initially by Connor, then threaded it through to Bouchard. Draisaitl cross. McDavid scores!
I mean, this is just a wicked display of skill right here, and stay with it. I mean, they had to muster it through a couple of sticks. Draisaitl's pass deflected just a little bit, but the pick up by McDavid. Watch this, skate to stick,
Forehand, backhand, forehand upstairs. I mean, to do it that tight continues his streak and makes it a one-goal game.
Back to Levshunov. Good entry. He'll play it down to Bedard in the corner. Nice little move. Cuts in front. They score. What a pass by Bedard. And Bertuzzi with a tap-in on the power play.
Are those hands quick or what? Bedard with a little cutback move. Everybody in the building thinks he's going to shoot the puck, but this is a play that makes it by Bedard.
The Kraken will desperately try to get it out. They will, thanks to Matty Beniers. Through the center zone, he's in. What a move, Beniers. He scores! That's hockey, baby! Matty Beniers with a beautiful goal.
It looks like he's going outside, and then he throws the puck, and then he scores, and he finishes it off. And you talk about a highlight reel goal. Yeah, smiles all around for Matty.
Back to even strength. On the boards, he broke an ankle. Sent a cross shot. Score! Kale McCall. But it all started with Marty Necas screwing McCabe into the ice.
Folks, this is going to be on a lot of highlights tonight and probably for the rest of the week. That move by Marty Necas, selling like he's going out high, the spin back, and then finding Cale Makar.
Marchenko in, still scanning. Coyle loaning from the back, and oh, he scores a beauty!
Fake like he's going across that crease. It's a one-on-one, him and the goaltender. See how high Myers is? The backside D's taking away the pass, but Lankinen there just gets fooled with that heads-up play by Charlie Coyle.
The hockey game in a 1-1 tie. Here's a steal. Moving in is Backlund. Short-handed breakaway. In alone, Deeks scores! What a goal from Michael Backlund!
As he steals the puck in the neutral zone. Just a great stick. He's able to get the turnover, then puts on the Jets. And watch this. Little fake. Goes to the forehand. Spencer Knight bites. And Backlund deposits that in the top of the net to beat Spencer Knight.
Nylander got it away. Here's Machelli. Centers it through Nylander from his skates, and he scores! William Nylander kicks it to his own stick and puts it behind Adin Hill.
Look at him scoop this puck up off the heel of his stick, off his skate, back to his stick, and he takes the Machelli pass and beats Adin Hill.
That shot off the side of the net. Coming late. Here's Eichel. The backhand. He scores! Jack Eichel has won it for Vegas in overtime.
And Mark Stone, who scored the winner last night, finds Jack Eichel. It's like a shootout attempt. Eichel and Woll head-to-head, and Jack Eichel scores the winning goal in a remarkable comeback.
Dumped it to no one in particular, and it gets picked off by Casper in a good move. 3 are up, Casper in across, scores, what a play! Casper, Comfort, and it's 2-2!
Well, he walked through Klingberg like nobody's business. Playing the puck was number 3 and not the body, and Casper just hung onto it, and what a play he made over to Comfort.
Stutzla on the puck, he's got room, scores! What a goal! Tim Stutzla, a highlight reel one, and it's 2-2.
As he pulls it out, it goes back through his legs, and then up on the short side, over the stick side. So he not only does he protect it, but man, oh man, is that dirty. That is something, that's a beauty.
DeBrincat, survey, shoots up high into the head. Larkin, rebound, save it. Oh, what hand!
My God!
JVR, a rooftop shot.
Holy mackerel. What a play by the 37-year-old in tight quarters. Reimer tried to poke check him, and that is a play of the week right there, boy. Wow.
Sturm's pass deflects Domi, a lead pass. Matthews, he's in! He scores!
Matthews breaks here, and when you break, you're thinking, hey, I hope you see me, and the other thing you're thinking is, put it on my stick. Both happen, and there it is.
And that thing can't be just zipped up to him, right? You got to stick in the way. It has to be feathered perfectly. And just on a tee for Matthews. What a feed. What a finish.
Bourque rink wide. Robertson blocked by Pastrnak. Robertson gets it back.
Scores! What a snipe! What a shot from that angle as he catches Swayman over the left shoulder. But he wins the battle for Pastrnak. Off the wall, it comes over, and he roofs this.
By Stuart Skinner. That was brilliant.
Ben's in transition. Here comes Novak to the net. He scores! Top shelf Tommy.
Tommy Novak shaken
Bacon magic making, as it looked like he was going to run out of real estate, run out of options, and then he works the magic. Jay throws it in from deflection, they score! Sidney Crosby with that incredible deflection. How about the shot pass by Ryan Shea? Just find the paddle of Sidney Crosby, perfect redirect. Bouchard drifting. McDavid takes the pass. Malkin picks his pocket. Gino's loose. Here comes Evgeny Malkin. Scores! Evgeny Malkin strips Connor McDavid up the puck, but then able to get it to the backhand, find the 5-hole, slide it underneath Tristan Jarry. A thing of beauty by Evgeny Malkin.
Kenny dumps, chases and gets it. Radical shot attempt! James Van Riemsdyk!
JVR, so good around the net, and I don't know if I've ever seen a no-look turnaround backhand one time around the back door, but that's what you get with JVR. Look at this guy.
And Nyes away. Laughton breaking. Scott locked in. Laughton backhand scores!
A quick recognition, sliding through the legs. You can tell the response from Adin Hill. That fake shot got him down. That move to the outside opened up the 5-hole, and it just slowly, like a curling rock to the house, slid past the line.
That's what Zoop does. Making it into the league 4 seasons ago. Carolina with another shot. Jarvis! And Seth Jarvis snipes it home.
We are seeing some ridiculous passes from the defense. And then the sauce from Nikishin right on the tape to Jarvis.
Points in 3 straight games with some assists on the game sheet for him. As he'll carry it in, flipped up, scores! Cole Caulfield on a great feed from Matheson.
What a cerebral play from Matheson. We all know he's a great skater, right? Boston lets him come right up the middle of the ice, and what Caulfield does is he times it with the speed. And what a beautifully saucered puck that lands softly, and he can skate into it, get his head up, and have plenty of time.
And Swayman denied him. Up ice is Pasternak, who's defending for Montreal. Pasternak centers, Kiki, he scores! A spectacular pass by David Pasternak!
McAvoy long distance to David Pasternak, and Pasternak does his magic. Little flip self pass. Kiki gets open on the weak side. Tape to tape. All he's got to do is stop it, settle it, bury it.
Pressure by this Canadiens power play. Caulfield with it. Caulfield scores! He's done it again! Hat trick for Cole Caulfield!
You gotta see the amount of space he's putting his puck in. It's next to nothing from down on the goal line. I mean, this is dirty. This is just plain old dirty how he puts this thing into the net.
Coming up the ice, they're taking the shot.
Here's Hagel. Gets it in front. Kucherov scores! Brandon Hagel makes a play from his knees.
Hagel falling down, gets it to Kucherov, but Kuch says, that is outstanding, thanks. But when you have to make a move on the referee as well, Kucherov, silky hands, a backhand chip shot.
Puck is free. Eberle, Beniers dangles and scores! Matty Beniers! Hey, hey, what do you say?
Slick little hands right out in tight to be able to pull that puck inside right to the backhand, one motion all the way up, flip the wrist towards, and how about that Selly as well?
Beautiful move. And Smith can't get it out thanks to Mercer. Stick for the key. Goes back down low. Right alone. Stick handle. And
That's the Jesper Bratt we know and love with those silky smooth mitts. As he quickly goes forehand, backhand, forehand.
All the way up to the line, and they lost it. Good stick there by Berggren to Falk. Falk wheels his way in, drives the middle of the net to Berggren. They score!
This goal is all number 72. Look at the way he possesses this puck. Now look at that little doodle right there. One hand on the stick. He's going to shimmy it over with the top hand on the backhand. And look at Berggren. He gives the old woohoo!
Bennett breaks in. Off to the wing, Lostereen, and has Tkachuk out in front. Tkachuk, ka-ching! His first goal of the season.
Oh, tic-tac, patty-whack. Right over to Tkachuk, and then he makes that patented move where he goes in, pulls the goaltender right out.
Back into Wild territory, gives it to Spurgeon. Middleton cross ice, connects with Hinostroza.
He scores!
A beautiful play this is through the neutral zone. Jake Middleton throws a floater like a can of corn. Hinnis throws to the athlete, catches it, stays on sides, puts it down, then off that left foot, quick little release.
Waterspoon dumps Bertuzzi. Here comes Malkin the other way. Off to Chinakhov. Makes the move. Chinakhov scores! Igor Chinakhov weaves his way down 5th Avenue and puts the Pens up 3-1. Spinorama backhand on the tape. Shaken, bacon, magic bacon by Chinakhov.
So it is Dewar's goal. Hawks have numbers. Here comes Bernard to the zone. Slows it down. Bernard shoots. Is it in?
Yeah, it's in.
It is in.
Yeah, it's a hell of a shot. I mean, he put on the brakes right here, and Kulak's got to dive, and this one is in and out. Oh my goodness, that thing there, that is a slinger of all slingers.
The right goal along with Adam Larson and a 2-1 lead for Seattle. To the center. Here comes Goudreau. Plays it off Montour. 3-1 Seattle.
Just an easy entry from all the way back behind the net, coming through, nobody engaging, a little saucer pass, nice little flip pass by Gaudreau.
Which, by all accounts, reportedly seems to be what Panarin's looking for. So a kill for Colorado, missed opportunity for Detroit. Now McKinnon goes stick handling through the high slot. McKinnon with a wrister, score!
We're just over 10 minutes through the first period, and Nathan McKinnon almost looks unstoppable. McKinnon is so good at this. He's crafty up top, stops on his edge right there and finds the lane.
Oh, off the draw, hammered home by Zuccarello.
This is so fast, it's in and out of the net. Face-off win, and Matt Zuccarello with that big stick, it kind of gets inside on him, gets what he can on it. Quick release, quick shot. Boy, sneaky goal.
Needs to settle in here. A lot of chaos around him. And now Gallagher powers in. He scores! Brendan Gallagher with a power move to the house. Nice fake on Hughes late in the shift. Has him standing still. And it's a forehand, backhand drive in the back of the net.
Golfed out by Tarasenko with just about 20 seconds left in the period. Lane Hudson dances in. What a pass, what a goal! That's hockey, baby!
This is all Lane Hudson, the vision and the mobility. That gives him enough space, and then the vision to get that across the ice. Absolutely incredible.
Yep, he should have been driving the whole time right there.
Donato scores! Ryan Donato, what a goal!
Donato with a little pull and drag through the defenseman Desharnais, and he gave the old 9 of hearts right there, Scotty.
And he got rid of it right away. Right here, bang, now.
Saucer up ice for Itzkovian, leaves for Rantanen. Rantanen to the inside, nice move, backhand, he scored! Oh, wow! What a goal! Outside, inside, keeps his balance, undresses both the D-man and Connor Hellebuck. What a go-ahead goal. Bing bong indeed. How about those two chances? You need saves. Matt Duchene riding a tied career-long streak. Harley, he scores! The backhand in overtime! Off the bench, in walks Thomas Harley. Great vision by Duchene. Wonderful deep by Harley. And a game ender.
The Sabres got to get to in their defensive zone.
Thompson scores! Tage Thompson with a great move in the high slot, and he takes the shot.
He steps around right here in the quick release as you see the D stepping up trying to take him, and then he just puts it top shelf on Bobrovsky.
Quick little pass over to Drake Batherson out to the neutral zone. Stützle bats it forward. In Giroux, chance, hold down, and the puck is in the net. Unbelievably skilled play by Tim Stützle to bat this puck out of the air into the middle of the ice for Giroux to go in alone. Watch this play. Stützle to the middle of the ice, bouncing puck. Giroux slides this through. I think this is a goal.
Celebrini gets that to Tyler Toffoli, and he scores! What a shot by Macklin. Celebrini, bar down.
Smart play, of course, as usual by Celebrini.
Add that to his growing highlight reel. What a release
kicks in front, guided away by Corrali, and out of the box, Eyssimont. Does he have another breakaway? He's in. Mikey Eyssimont delays. Can he tuck it home? He scores! A beauty of a play. What a finish!
And how about this for patience? One fake gets Bobrovsky to commit, and then Eyssimont able to find the room between the post and the pad.
Cole Reinhardt starting it out. One hands it up ahead for Bowman. Back to Reinhardt, to the net, on the forehand, he scores! What a nice finish for Cole Reinhardt.
He's going to chip it to Bowman. Bowman gives it right back to him inside. He continues that route, beats everybody, and a great little move at the end.
Head for Gallagher and out. Here comes Anderson over the line. Anderson to Hudson. Scores! What a goal!
Anderson flips it wide to Hudson, who was down at the other end in the corner to start with. All of that happens in a matter of seconds. Welcome to the Montreal Canadiens breakout.
Darlene up top. Tage Thompson down to that goal line. Scores! That was some magic for Tage Thompson in tight.
Short side, right through that tiny little hole, right over the right shoulder of the goaltender. And Tage hit it perfectly.
LaPierre said, obviously, the defensive responsibilities are different. And again, he pointed out that he would be on the right side, his offside. Spin! Score! How about the skill set revealed there?
This is all skill-based here. The spinorama, and up the boards he goes, and then rifles it with a screen of the goalie and into the top corner.
With Tkachuk, in comes Tim Stützle with a step on center, moves in and scores! What a goal by Tim Stützle, the overtime winner!
Stützle's got all kinds of speed. Brady just puts it into an area for him, and he's around Travis Sanheim, gets Vladar to bite, and then has all kinds of net to work with as the great individual effort by Tim Stützle.
But this could be Gonçalves scores! The 700th assist for Kucherov on a beautiful goal from Gonçalves.
I mean, it looked like he was going to the backhand. The goaltender slides to his left. Gonçalves puts on the brakes, goes to the forehand and jams it in.
Drop pass picked off by Tage Thompson. Peyton Krebs is with him. Krebs bouncing puck, scores! What a goal by Peyton Krebs!
Nice job by Tage Thompson keeping that one alive with the spinorama. Nice little sauce pass across. And he's able to put it right on his stick. Takes the shot, and he goes short side on Allen, right over the blocker.
I think he got a piece at the last second.
What a play by Josh Manson, leaving his feet, and I think he just got enough on that puck to send it wide of the post.
Parker Kelly scores! Oh my goodness! That could be the goal of the year!
Brent Burns gives it to Parker Kelly. Parker says, I'm going to do the rest. I had a nice 3 weeks off. Backhand flip. 1-on-2.
Third period, a 3-2 lead for the Golden Knights. Saad from Sissons and Holtz. Score! It is now 4-2 as Riley Smith threw the puck into the crease.
What an effort by Riley Smith. He splits two LA Kings.
Oh, knocked away! Rodriguez shorthanded, all alone, walking in. What a move, and he scores! Rodriguez with a beauty, shorthanded.
And Evan Rodriguez could have had a chicken dinner all by himself, and look at that beautiful move. He sells the backhand, goes to the forehand.
Dropping the Kings over too far. Stankoven. We'll work this one in. A little 2-on-1 developing. Blake with Hall. Blake drag, shoots. Hall, he scores! Oh, pretty tap in for Taylor Hall.
Jackson Blake, real good patience to get to the middle, get Radish to commit, and then just put it on the tape of Taylor Hall.
Hyman churning the legs, hits McDavid, waiting, circling. Kemper is down and out. The net is empty, and McDavid scores. That's what you call waiting him out.
It takes a special individual to have that kind of patience around the net. There was multiple opportunities to put this puck in the net. Look at this go around the world for McDavid. He does it so many times. I mean, this is just so Connor.
The Ducks full strength. Killorn headmans the puck out of the zone. And trying to split the D and coming in. Score! Oh, Ryan Poehling, what a play!
Poehling gets it. Everybody's changing. All his teammates are on the bench when he somehow gets enough strength on a rolling puck to chip it over the glove of Hellebuyck. Edmonds Johnson trying to get it through traffic, gets blocked, and it's a skate race. And here comes Taylor Hall. Hall in the back and forth. He scores! What a move! Taylor Hall put it on the highlight reel.
Huge block, and then did Taylor Hall ever get Cam Talbot to bite like he was Jaws?
Little drop pass, and Carlson picks it up right through the slot, and his shot is blocked high in the air off of Weegar. Took a bite out of him, and they score! Cooley appeared to lose sight of it.
And then bounces straight up in the air and hits him in the back a second time.
Cutter Gauthier shot that puck 3 times before it ended up going in the air.
A 1-1 hockey game almost midway through from Rogers Arena in Vancouver. Steele, Labushkin, nice job. Bishop, he scores! Beautiful movement and a picture-perfect finish from the big man.
Puck movement, execution, puck handling, find some open space, and a zinger of a wrister past the glove hand.
As Duchesne. Duchesne spins. Duchesne towards the net, across, score! What a gorgeous setup from Matt Duchesne.
This is a public undressing as he just puts him in the spin cycle. And then another one of those succulent saucer passes.
Into the far side, found his target. McCarr with a centering pass. It gets through to Chushkin. McCarr walks, holds and shoots, and scores! Cale Makar!
Picks it up, the loose change on the backside. Those stalls on his keister. He's got no chance. Cale climbs and flows. You see those stalls down and gets it right under the glove. Far side, no chance.
8:10 left in the second. Oh, on his backhand, he scores! Oh, what a goal, Sebastian Aho!
Gorgeous finish. In stride after those explosive 2 or 3 steps on the backhand. What an individual effort.
Brian Boyle was working that game with us. There's Lafreniere. Zibanejad, he scores! Zibanejad finds the late trailing Adam Fox. We're not done yet, folks. Lafreniere finds Zibanejad, and it's almost like, okay, I put that one in.
25-year-old for Belarus in front, gets an early challenge, they score. It's Donato.
Well, that is one crafty move. He banks it into the proper area. It comes out perfectly to the hash marks. And on a severe angle, going down, going head over tea kettle right here. And he puts it in on the backhand, and what a goal.
And the draw comes back for Kane, just high on the air, and scores!
He knocks this thing out of midair.
Comes right off the plexiglass, and a baseball swing by DeBrincat.
Good defense. Had it well defended. Here's a snap pass. Hyman breakaway. Cantor score.
McDavid's back in the mix, and he finds Hyman right up the ice into the middle, goes to the backhand. I mean, he puts this bar down. Hard move, forehand to backhand, quick elevation in tight on Anderson.
Until he gets it off. Archenko, Marchment, and he scores!
Then hits the slashing Marchment. Marchment slashes through there. He's on the backside of the defenders, and that rolling puck, he just elevates over Vejmelka.
Under 2.5 to go in the third. Farabee set up with a breakaway. Farabee in, Deeks scores!
Joel Farabee with a beautiful razzle-dazzle move. The double deke to the backhand and elevates that puck up and over the pad of Bussy.
Shifley, top of the circle, down low, and Velarde scores on a deep to the backhand.
Quick little move in tight. Nice hand from Velarde. He's going to go the forehand, back to the backhand, and as Lankinen tries to have that right pad stay against the post, it's elevated over top.
Puck free from Zacha, kept alive by the Bruins. Arvidsson centers, Zacha Deeks scores! What a goal!
But I just love that patience. He doesn't rush it, understands he's going to fake that shot, bring it over to his backhand, and top shelf on that open net. What a beautiful finish.
Try not to...
Norris with a big hit. Far side scores! What a pass by Rasmus Dahlin!
Now look at this big hit right here by Norris as he's gained in the zone. He runs right over Zemgus Girgensons, and that leads to the pass across the ice by Dahlin to Zucker.
That was a sick feed from Rasmus.
The final 20 ticks of regulation. Steele and a breakaway for Leonard. Ryan Leonard waltzing in. There's backhand, he scores!
And look at Ryan Leonard, just got away with catching that puck in his glove, drops it in time, and then dekes the goaltender cleanly.
A beautiful finish by Leonard.
There's a shot by Bedard on the stick wide. Rebound and score! Tucked in on the back door.
Oh, he picked it off the ice.
Yeah, he kind of curled it off the ice right here because it's on end, and he kind of scoops it.
It's not quite a Michigan banger, but it's close.
It's a mini-me.
It's a mini-mish.
That puck is lifted up over center. Here's Mallenstein. What a move! Scores! Beck Mallenstein again with some magic.
Great one-on-one effort right here. He just stays with him. Then he's one-on-one with the goaltender, and no mistake right there.
Leaves it. Fox glides, passes off the backboard. Zibanejad to Perreault, touch pass, Lafreniere, a slam dunk, another beauty.
What a pass from Mika through his legs to Perreault. The touch pass to Lafreniere. Looked like the Globetrotters.
And with some speed is Yurov across the line. Has Brink with him. And scores! What a move! Danila Yurov takes this one strong. He blows by Uyghur on this one. On one leg, chips it bar down, tickles 3 bars before putting that in.
Face off one. Ufko back to work. Ufko makes his way in. He scores! Ryan Ufko! His first NHL goal! And it is a dazzler!
Dancing through the crack and right there, backhand, forehand, tucks it in by the cord. What an unbelievable goal by Ryan Ufko. First in the NHL.
Bouchard, McDavid. Bouchard shoots wide. Got caught in between what he wanted to do. Draisaitl inside, and McDavid scores!
Goes right through to McDavid. Little give and go with Draisaitl. He puts this one up over top of the blocker, and he makes a perfect shot to gain the lead once again.
By the way, I hope that he gets to get use out of those goggles one more time this year. Here comes Jankowski on a steal. Jankowski back and forth, he scores! That's going to be on the highlight package tonight. Oh, Mark Jankowski!
To his backhand, gets to the inside, gets the puck to the forehand, and goes upstairs to the blocker.
He's got Dickinson, Sam ahead for Eklund with one man back. Eklund driving the net, and he scores! What an unbelievable goal by William Eklund! Wow!
What a play by William Eklund. This is absolute beautiful. I don't want to say it. Shades of Bobby Orr's Stanley Cup.
That shows you the caliber of goaltender that Shesterkin is. Tight game here in Winnipeg. Connor dancing. Connor in. Scores! Brilliance from Kyle Connor. Absolutely magic. Houdini-ish from Kyle Connor. A toe drag as he walks the defenseman. And look at that. Top cheese.
New coach, new eyes, new opportunity for him. He's taking advantage.
Duchesne, the wheel around move. Backhand, score! That was poetic.
This is a gorgeous individual effort by Matt Duchesne. Once he picks up the puck, he freezes Spencer Stastny with the spin, the toe drag around Roman. He's got Savoy on his back. It doesn't matter. It's 7-2.
Penguins, Marner dropping it. Dorothea back to Marner in front. Score!
Watch Marner get this puck, and as he's falling down, able to gain control, focus, gets tripped up, and Clifton's stick there, Marner's stick there, able to get it to the back of the net.
Unfortunately. Faber got it to Kaprizov. Free in the slot, he scores!
We talked about the magic. Well, it's the magic of Kaprizov now, but it's that little fake. Bedard bites on that, can't get across. And Kaprizov again won't miss from there when he's got half the net and the goalie down and out.
Didn't play the night before because they totally, like you said, Daniel, they dominated the front of the net. They held on to pucks.
Hamanaho with a couple of moves to Grimson, who scores!
Watch Hamanaho with this inside move, and look at this feather pass and bat it out of midair. And what a move by Hamanaho around the defenseman to make that play.
Meyer back toward the net and clips Siegenthaler behind the play. Pasternak on the move. Pasternak drags. Backhand score! That is sick from Pasternak!
If you're a Bees fan in the North End, this pasta's al dente. What a play by him. That is absolutely gorgeous.
After the 2-minute rest,
Flips a pass to Rust. Gets a return. Backhander. Score! Evgeny Malkin!
He creates that lane, and that fools Wedgwood. It's so tough for a goalie to pick one up on the backhand. I don't think Wedgwood's expecting that. Sneaky backhand by Malkin, and the Pens are up 1-0 here early in Colorado. And he is a...
shot a goal. That's in.
That's
Keller's.
Bad angle shot from Clayton Keller surprises everyone here. DeSmith is hardly able to react as it goes off his back.
Both have had remarkable careers.
You're seeing the Hurricanes here trying to play a lot of one-on-one hockey as they're down.
Olivier, he scores! What a goal, Matthew Olivier!
Charlie Coyle all out one-on-one and then one-on-two. Matthew Olivier says, I'll take it from here.
Get the puck up the far side of the ice.
McMahon with the answer.
This is a great effort by Beniers. And look at that. He goes top shelf, short side to get the Kraken back into this one.
Here come the Panthers, and Cole Reinhardt breaking in. Reinhardt to the net, scores! What a goal by Cole Reinhardt.
Look at he uses that body, and then a quick move goes from the backhand to the forehand.
Poor Edmonton. It doesn't matter whether it's Sam or Cole. They get burned by a Reinhardt every time.
And a great response.
Here comes Bernard, all alone, right in, scores! A beauty by Connor Bernard.
Now that's the way you finish the breakaway. Holy jumping. What a move. Looks like he was going forehand to the backhand. And here, this is the way you disguise it. Thanks for coming.
For Hudson, good look, Strome, and Ovechkin fires, he scores! Alex Ovechkin on the power play. 1,000 goals combined, regular season and playoffs.
923 goals now in the regular season, 77 in the playoffs, right over the right pad of Blackwood on the power play from his office.
Keller right to the front, and Kemper the save.
Follow-up, Schmaltz, he scores! Big Nick is rolling!
Doesn't give up on this play, steals the puck. One shot, second shot. Nick Schmaltz just won't be denied here.
Out of midair. Watch this. His own rebound.
Player for the Dallas Stars that they got later in the first round. I mean, what a pick, and he hasn't looked back. Starting as a teenager in this league, just continues to get better and better.
Rat stick handles, impressive, and scores!
Well, this looks like it's going to be a highlight reel type of night. Look at these moves and footwork, edges, all of the above from Jesper Bratt. Cuts to the front, slides it past the right skate. What a play by Bratt, starting all the way at the top of the blue line.
Blast!
Oh, he missed.
By Mercer. Heischer. Meyer. Score!
Boom. But watch this quick turnaround from a pretty sharp angle and roof job. I'll say it. That's where Grandma does hide the cookies, Bryce. And that's another one over the shoulder, short side.
Cut off by Luukkonen, and he'll clear the zone. But now by Lorai Stoen. Here's Zach Benson on a breakaway. Scores!
Benson makes a very pretty play on this goal. Puck pursuit coming in. Look at the fake shot. Fake backhand. Then comes right and a pretty finish.
Yeah, Bobrovsky's won 4 of his last 5.
Here's Tkachuk again between the legs. You gotta be kidding me! Matthew Tkachuk with a highlight reel goal!
Oh, you can't stop him. You just try to contain him. This takes confidence. Loose puck. Tkachuk picks it up, goes between his legs, and then flips it and goes bar down again.
He is just killing the Islanders this afternoon. He's got all kinds of room out there.
He would love to stir it up like that. That's right up his alley, and the Flyers. Oh man,
oh boy, Tippett, another move, and he scores! Owen Tippett, electric again tonight, a hat trick.
This time he goes outside in on Ben Sherratt right here with speed and ability, and then look at this shot. I mean, that is a bullet up over John Gibson's glove.
And it's now a 3-1 game. Here's Anderson dancing through, and he scores! What a move by Rasmus Anderson!
And how about this move?
Highlight reel goal by Rasmus Anderson. And there's the little toe drag. And then the finish on Thompson. Gets them to bite, brings it back to the forehand.
All the way to Thompson's side, and then fires, then steals. Zegras centers it in front, and they score!
And boy, can Zegras make a play. Before he arrives at this puck, he knows where he wants to go with it. And Grundstrom able to get body position on Pierre-Luc Dubois. The patience to get around Thompson.
Cross to Bryson, pressure, Stoller, Bertuzzi, cuts in front of the backhand, scores! What a goal! Tyler Bertuzzi!
Little spinorama backhand chip right here. And it goes inside the post, beating Hellebuck cleanly to the glove side. A bit of an unsuspecting play, but a brilliant one.
On Brown. Brown a toe drag to the backhand. In front, Hughes! This line is absolutely dynamic. That's strong hockey. What a strong take.
That hit a body in front. Top line pushing. Caulfield one-timer. Score! Cole Caulfield, 48.
This is an all-world pass by Juraj Slafkovsky. He gets it, and he directs it perfectly for Cole Caulfield. The fadeaway one-timer, but the precision one-touch pass by Juraj Slafkovsky is out of this world.
Gensel up top, that's two. Back into the corner for Kucherov. Back towards it in, scores! What a shot by Nikita Kucherov!
So often he just does the unexpected. And then Kucherov looking to the front of the net, just completely surprised Skinner. It's right by his ear, top shelf on the short side. Out high Marner over to the 4-point night, looking, wraparound chance, score! What a goal and what a night! Mitch Marner with a hat trick and his 5th point of the game.
Watch him find Martin. That's a little move. And then he gets Wolf outside the net. Quick little wraparound. What a night for number 93.
And now the Predators getting set to go back to 5-on-5, which I'm sure they prefer considering what's happened 4-on-4. Wenberg in.
And around Marchessault, and he scores! All I can say is absolutely wow! What a play by Alex Wenberg. He's going to take this all the way and then some. Good move to the outside. Good cut to the inside. A headman pass to Frost. In alone, deep shoots. Scores! There is his 20th goal of the season for Morgan Frost.
Frost goes in on Husso, barely sneaks it through 5-hole.
Norris was ripped off by McMichael. 2-on-2 with Wilson. Wilson to his backhand. He scores! A spectacular short-handed goal.
Great speed by Connor. He waits it for the exact right time when he saw Wilson have separation from the back checker. Right onto his tape. No chance for Quinn to corral the big fella.
That pass fed back, picked up by Stützle coming off the bench. In comes Tim Stützle with a burst. Stützle in, oh, and a goal by Tim Stützle. A spectacular drive, puts Ottawa ahead.
Cue up the goal of the year category. Tim Stützle, afterburners, picks up the puck off the bench. That's Keandre Miller. That's Sean Walker. He drops him like it's nothing. What a play.
Skated down by Holloway. Springs Snuggerud. Thomas drives the middle. Toe drag! Score! Hat trick! What a play by Snuggerud!
And it's Holloway who puts it right on the tape of Snuggerud with the curl and drag. And it's a perfect toe drag on the back door to Thomas, who has a slam dunk.
25 seconds left. It's Hudson over the line, cutting in. Hudson waits in front. Score! The captain, Nick Suzuki. This is all world by Lane Hudson, and Lane Hudson says, I'm going to go end-to-end and deke out everybody and set you right back up. Nick Suzuki is not missing that one.
Able to find Falk. Falk right in on goal. Great move. Scores! What a goal! Justin Falk gets 2-1.
Boy, did he ever thread the needle with that thing. Falk was pushing the offense. He went right between two Blue Jackets and beat the goaltender on the short side over the glove.
So far, so good. Nelson takes it with 20 to go. Down low for Nichushkin.
Score! Big Val through the legs. This is showtime, baby. The choo-choo train is cooking. Watch the extension here. He's all the way out, pulls it all the way back. That's like a 4-foot move. and does the between the legs special. You want to talk highlight of the week?
For Evan Bouchard.
Driest spell of the season, driest spell in a long time for Edmonton.
McDavid through Sergachev to the net. Scores! Connor McDavid! Sensational!
It's the speed to the neutral zone, though. Little bump off the boards to himself, the little fake on Cole gets him to freeze. And once he's got you frozen like this, you're in trouble. Bam, bam, thank you very much. And he just tucks it home, made that look easy.
But it kicked off the boards and outside the zone. McDavid hustles it back in. He's in around Nedeljkovic and buries it. Magnificence from the world's best, Connor McDavid.
He is flying tonight. Quick transitional play. Bouchard gives it to him in speed, and he just goes around the world once again. Once he gets a half step on you, you're done.
Mitkov gets it from his netminder, and a nice little breakout for Anaheim. Room through the neutral zone. Leo Carlsson pulls it in. Back to the forehand. He scores. What a goal.
What a move by Carlson. My goodness. He just walks right through that San Jose defense and goes up top on Askarov.
Coast to coast like buttered toast.
At the point, it's Burns walks it. Now Marty Necas again. Klapka's on it. Steered for McKinnon. Centering pass. Necas shoots and scores. Marty Necas.
There's a handful of guys in the National Hockey League can pull that move off. He got that puck from McKinnon in tight corners, toe dragged it, put a little air under it, and then went under the bar shelf.
Protecting the inside, and that's allowing them to transition pretty fast.
Here's a break for Cotter, alone, backhand, forehand, backhand again, and scores!
What an alley-oop pass from the Devil zone. Cotter on the breakaway, and that's his element. He's a guy that can make plays, make moves. He goes to the backhand, shows good patience, just enough.
Got it free to Couturier, dinks and scores!
The patience by Couturier to sell shot, get Comrie to commit, and then the finish upstairs by the captain.
Suzuki with it. Suzuki flips it to Caulfield. Scores! Caulfield's got 51! Another magical seeing eye shot by Cole Caulfield.
How the heck did this thing find its way past Greaves? Wow, what a shot. There is not a lot of space there.
Moved quickly by Marner, floats towards the net. Scores! Stone with terrific hands in front, found a bouncing puck, and scores on the power play.
And it's a wonderful handle in mid-air by Mark Stone. Look at his blade, knocks it down right to himself. Pure artistry by Mark Stone. Unbelievable skill to make that play.
Keller, Cooley, across, Gunther. To the line, Keller, side of the net, they're working in front, they score!
You want to see what world-class skill looks like? Watch this puck movement around the horn. Everybody touches this puck, and eventually it leads to a gaping, wide-open net.
Lead pass, he's got Soderblom, drives the net, drags it, and he scores! Elmer Soderblom with an absolutely beautiful goal.
I mean, that's like a Clydesdale horse compared to a little pony. Just huge body, strength, puck possession. Look at that little toe drag.
Twisted off the glass, Ratu to the middle of the ice. And Curtis Douglas just got his first NHL goal. A pass right on target. Score! There's the first NHL goal for Edmonton's own Ty Mueller.
Gets this puck, looks up, and just kind of flicks it up over top of everybody. Nice pick up with the skate, deep to the forehand. And for Mueller, tucks it home for his first National Hockey League goal. No days off. Absolutely. Parak started to drive down low, pulls back up. Look at that elusiveness. Parak in, shoots, scores! St. Parak with his best of the season. He gets away from Clark and just absolutely rips his past Forsberg. I mean, you can't make a better shot than that. That was absolutely perfectly placed.
Again, it's going to be Tippett who's first to the puck, even after Skinner played it. Tippett takes it away. He has help in front with Hathaway. He scores!
Tippett makes the fake, backs in Kindle, and there's no chance here for Stuart Skinner. Tippett's pass is right on the tape.
Oilers have eliminated the Ducks to just 3 shots. Wallman a dart. Dickinson scores!
What a pass by Jake Wallman. This is a laser onto the backhand side of Jason Dickinson in his first game in the playoffs with Edmonton, scores the first goal.
Now Sergachev feeds it to center, picked off by Barbashev, had to wait for his line mates to get onside. Barbashev cutting it down low, backhand, and he scores! What a move and what a goal for Ivan Barbashev!
How about the play by Barbashev as he drives the middle lane, able to chip it with the backhand. Great to hustle by Eichel to get back on side, and boy, Ivan Barbashev has been terrific here in playoffs.
Freeze him, beat him to the outside, and that's where the Wild need to get bodies to the inside. Juicy rebound there off Ottinger. Boldy fights past Mars. Eriksson scores! What a play by Boldy! What an individual effort. Cut through the middle, 1-on-3. Flips it up in the air. Understands all bodies, all eyes on him. He goes back through the slot. Eriksson not going to miss from there.
Came out of his catching glove, and the Avs couldn't get the rebound on net. Makar walking and dancing. Into the circle, Makar is deep, shoots and scores! Cale Makar! What an absolutely beautiful, brilliant goal!
It's just not fair. This is so next level hockey. Watch Cale Makar come in, dance at the blue line, and then he comes on in, pauses, comes across, and somehow gets out over Forsberg's glove.
He ended a long playoff drought with the empty netter in Game 4. Now he's got goals in back-to-back games. Here's Bumpin. Cuts in the shot. Score! Alex Bump with an immediate response.
This is a real skillful move underneath the stick of Wotherspoon, and it finds daylight through the arm and the rib of Sheloffs.
Out of the woods. Marner with a steal. Howden in front. On the forehand, he scores! What a move by Brett Howden. Backhand to forehand for a short-handed goal.
Marner picks it off, and what a move as he finds Brett Howden all alone in front. And Howden, great move, pulling it back to his forehand.
Turned it over. Pushed ahead. Pastrnak outside. Walks in. Shoots. He scores! Your pasta is served. The Boston Bruins have forced this series back to Boston.
Forehand, backhand, edge work, cut back. Ryan can't stay with him, and he tucks it in on the forehand to end it in OT.
He is until you get the Cardigans. Here's Kirby Dach trying to twist against Gonzalez. Scores! What a play! Kirby Dach! What an individual play, taking advantage of a forward playing defense, and the kick from his left skate right back onto his blade, and just like that, this building is quiet.
Into the slot, Thompson turns away from pressure, leaves it for Dahlin, walks it in, he's got a man in front, scores! Alex Tuch from Rasmus Dahlin.
And taking charge, Rasmus Dahlin here, coming down the wall, and he's going to get by a man along the wall. Look at that right there, gets it in his feet, pulls it back up, and finds Alex Tuch wide open on the right side of the top corner of the crease there, and he's able to ditch it past Swayman.
Here's Hudson with a shot, stick aside by Vasilevsky. They score! Banked in off the goaltender Vasilevsky, and the Canadiens take a 2-1 lead. What a play by Newhook.
He makes an unbelievable play. He knocks this puck out of midair, off the pad, off the backside, and into the back of the net.
Like you literally sit in 2 different rooms as a visitor.
Jackson Blake with speed, motoring in, scores! Shot out of a cannon!
What a dash! Through the middle of the ice. He gets to the inside of Sanheim as he goes between Michkov and Sanheim and hits it on the second try to tap it behind Vladar.
Here comes a chance for Tarasenko. What a move, and he scores! Tarasenko, a la Peter Forsberg.
Going one way, one hand the other way. Wedgwood bites, sliding to the right, the extension of the stick. A marvelous move. It's a comfortable move for him, as you can tell right there.
Here, this is a shorthanded break, and it's Marcus Foligno in all alone, and he scores! Marcus Foligno shorthanded.
And no one else except for Marcus. And what a move he puts on. Forehand, backhand, and thanks for coming. What a deke that is.
I think he said, sorry, brother, for looking you off, but I got this one.
Over skating at Thompson, back in, Kirby Dach, and Ryan down.
this individual effort. Falling down as he's going. Couldn't make the pass across, but Dach stays with it. What a great individual effort there by Kirby Dach.
Here's Eichel. Now a chance in front, and Marner tucks it home. What a passing play by the Golden Knights.
Well, they've got their transition going here for the Vegas Golden Knights, and Mitch Marner again involved in everything offensively for his team.
And played to Demidov from Caulfield. What a move, Hudson!
Hudson's able to dance around him. He doesn't look for Caulfield. He sees him out of his peripheral vision here, and he drops it right on the tape.
Paulson comes to Natchez. 6 Davis on the ice for the Avs. Here's McKinnon shooting one. He scores!
He goes down, and McKinnon just puts it in an absolutely unbelievable window. Short side, and this game is tied up at 3.
Sometimes you just need great players to do great things. Broken up by William Karlsson. He springs a man, Mitch Marner, who's in, and he stuffs it home. Mitchell Marner.
I mean, that's an almost unstoppable goal here as he pulls it to the backhand. He's almost at the far post. And look at that. He tucks it right between the legs, stick between the legs, and just open net there. What a skilled play.
Out through center ice. Terry with a dangle. He's in. He sets up Granlund with a shot. He scores! Mikael Granlund brings the house down with a power play goal.
Yeah, what a sequence there. What a move by Troy Terry as he dances Theodore and then finds Granlund cross ice.
Zach Metza is in, playing his first career playoff game. Good move, down low, they score! Rasmus Dahlin, just 32 seconds in.
Look at how Dahlin goes way down into the zone. He pulls the string on Slafkovsky, who's way in the corner. What a great move by Dahlin. Draws everyone to him. When he kicks it outside, it's not dangerous anymore.
McKinnon right up the middle. His shot attempt stopped by McNabb. Good move to Shed McNabb. Right out in front. They score!
What a play by McKinnon. He looks like he's closed off. There's nowhere to go. Whoops, there goes Braden McNabb. A beautiful play by McKinnon. Landeskog gets the bounce, and we got a 1-goal game with 2:20 left.
And Hudson comes away with the puck. Now Evans.
And now breaking it on Anderson. The deep and the score. Demidov. 4-1. Montreal.
There goes Miller, and look at all that open ice for Demidov. And what a passing play by the Canadians, Boosh.
What a play, what a finish by Demidov.
Here is a chance for Slafkovsky. And scores! A highlight reel goal. Uri Slafkovsky. Just an absolutely deft play. Great curl and drag around a defender. You got in all alone, and that quick little backhand, forehand, shovels it underneath.
Now Jankowski with it. Out for Carrier, deflected, score! Robinson!
A harmless looking play. It's actually fanned on by Will Carrier, and then Robinson was actually skating by it, and he reaches back with one hand on his stick, Boosh, and it somehow finds the back of the net.
What a play.
The front players on the ice on the backhand.
Now here's Ehlers. Turns and shoots, he scores!
As Ehlers walks around Caulfield, maybe off the stick of Hudson, and just slows it up enough, Boosh, and ends up going between the legs of Dobin.
Unbelievable individual effort there by Ehlers.
Shots are already 11-5 for Colorado. Only 5 shots faced. Here's a breakaway for Drury. Short-handed. Jack Drury scores!
And Jack Drury will run onto this puck. He looks blocker side and then goes back the other way. Oh man, he banked it off both posts and in.
Korzak, nice touch off by Stone. Backhand score! Tomas Hertl!
What a great breakout pass from Caden Korzak, touched smartly along by Mark Stone. Man, Hertl got something on that. That backhander beats Wedgwood clean on the blocker side.
Along with Jankowski. Pretty big wingspan here for them, but here's Caulfield. Scores! Wayne Hudson! Just a beautiful play by Caulfield. He made it look like he was going to shoot for a second. That froze Anderson, and a little tap-in pass across, and Hudson is on the board, and we've got a 2-2 game.
Another lob ahead. Stone's behind the defense. He's in alone. Mark Stone scores!
This long lead pass, it's like a quarterback throwing to a receiver. This thing was perfect. Stone didn't have to slow down. He caught it, laid it down, and tucks it around the left leg of Mackenzie Blackwood.
Look out. The outlet pass chased out by Robinson. He scores! What a play here by Will Carrier in the corner. How he's able to get leverage underneath, gets enough on it to get it out, and then the speed of Eric Robinson, who knew that puck was going to get out, so he gets a leg up on it and scores a timely goal through the legs of Dobish. The young Utah and Anaheim teams. Here's Ehlers again alone. Ehlers scores! Nikolai Ehlers, both goals!
As soon as it's intercepted, Chatfield finds Ehlers. There's no way they're going to catch him. The Eichel turnover spurs the fast break. One shot for Ehlers is a wrister over the pad. The deep through the 5-hole. The Canes have a quick 2-0 lead.
3.5 to go. Hurdle into the dot to Sissons. Back for Hurdle. He scores! Tomas Hurdle!
Hurdle wins the battle for the loose puck here, and a give and go. Backhand beats his man. There's the coverage that Kevin was talking about. Man to man, once you beat it, it's hard to recover from it. And there's a perfect example of Hurdle up and over the blocker of Anderson.
Seconds of the penalty. Here's Howden at even strength, and he scores! Brett Howden again!
The dream sequence for Brett Howden continues through the middle of the ice. He beats Slavin, and his deep to the forehand is around the right foot of Freddie Anderson. Man, what an unbelievable play.
Took it to the forehand and couldn't get it over. Anderson, McNabb, Marner, another try. He scores! Oh, the backhand!
Marner's not going to miss twice. He's got Anderson deep, got Anderson down, and does a fantastic job of using his mobility to the outside.
To the delight of the crowd. Shea Theodore, beautiful pass. Stone fakes the slap shot and scores!
Mark Stone again gets a breakaway. I'm telling you, it is wild how this guy gets behind the other team's defense so frequently. He's so smart and clever. Look how he waits outside of Bussy's pad. Another wild start here in Vegas.
Oh, a terrible turnover. Jarvis is stopped by Hart. Oh, my goodness. Now out in front, Stahl. He scores while falling down.
And falling on his belly. Jordan Stahl takes the Ehlers pass. Look at that. It looks like a Vegas team picture in the corner. But Jarvis keeps it alive to Ehlers. Another Carolina lead, 4-3.
Aho. It comes back. Ehlers, beautiful pass, and they score!
Look at this beauty. The vision, the presence to know where Svechnikov is. And Svechnikov presents his stick for the easy pass. And he dunks this behind Carter Hart. This Carolina power play has 6 goals in the last 4 games. 4-1 Carolina.